All right. La 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 la. Okay. This is where I'm at. I just got out of 4 Iron Banner matches. And I lost every single one of them. And go look, if you want to go look at my record, I don't care. That doesn't prove a damn thing. Because I'm playing this game to have fun. Every time I step into Crucible, I feel like I contracted cancer. And I have to go through chemotherapy to get it off. It's getting old. 6v6 is not an accomplishment. It's a fucking abomination. You wanna know why? Because it's so cluster-fucking-phobic. You cannot make maps meant for 4v4 meant for 6v6. Some people may like that chaos, but it drives people like me insane. I don't even care about getting the Iron Banner gear anymore. I don't. Because they fucked it up. Granted, I could have been a little bit more vigilant this week and played. But I don't care. I was having fun playing a video game that was on fucking PC. I went back and played Destiny 1 recently. You want to know what I found? It's a fucking better game. And it's not just because I had the DLCs, it's because I have a bunch of stuff that made me nostalgic. I used the Necrochasm again. I walked on the moon. I did all this shit. And guess what? I had a fucking blast. This game is a permanent abomination. And I know exactly why. It's because they try to listen to the community so much that they pay attention only to the 1%ers. How about anyone go play fucking Spire of Stars and expect them to beat that? No, this isn't fun. This is torture to me. I want to play the game. But guess what? There's no reason for me to play this game. It's useless. It's disgusting. It's unnecessary. I hate it. Anthem is the only game I'm actually looking forward to. Bungie doesn't know how to make a good game. They just don't. And some of their software stuff that could just be fixed could easily just be a new engine that they run off of. And then they fix it all in the new engine. And yes, I'm talking about starting over from fucking scratch. But guess what? Maybe that'd be a better fucking game than what we're dealing with right now. This game is disgusting. I step into Crucible. It is a sweat fest. I might as well go to a fucking Planet Fitness to get less sweat. This game is disgusting. The more I play it, the more I just want to go play another fucking game. Anyone who says that this game is good, you need to take a serious look at your life. Because this is not a good game. I can point out 10 different reasons off the top of my head why this game sucks. Destiny 1 was fun because it was simple and yet complex. And that is fucking possible for those of you who can't get that through your skull. And I want, if you could, share this with the fucking Destiny community. Because this shit is outrageous. I get into this game and I experience the same problem over and over again. People leave because they can't win. And guess what? They should be fucking banned for 3 days. Because this shit is outrageous. People care more about their KD than they do actually getting loot. I think there's a problem with your fucking game when that's happening. Games are meant to have fun. And I'm sitting here making an angry rant. Again. This is the 3rd time I've made a rant like this on Destiny. Physics drives me insane. I was having more fun playing Enter the Gungeon. And if you don't know what that is, go look that up. Fucking classic-esque game. Ass game. But it is fucking awesome. New bosses, new weapons, still making updates for it. This game is a little old, and it's fucking awesome. It's great. Like, I can't find something completely wrong with it because the game is designed to be that way. There's only a few issues in the entire game that I've ever seen. Cat, what are you doing? Alright, where was I? Ah, yes. The only reason I'm sitting in orbit is because I'm gonna go play that fucking game. And I want to get this straight. I had more fun in Destiny creating this character with the armor it has on now than I will ever have reaching 25 in fucking Iron Banner. 4 matches! And every time I had sweaty assholes up my ass! Don't think about that, because that'll actually be a funny skit to do. Or not skit, animation to draw. Anyways, the point is that I have to make it to 25 to get all of the fucking armor sets. Fucking ornaments. Oh, God. Did you even think when you designed this? 5 coins for winning and 2 for losing. That doesn't at all seem okay based on your fucking faction rallies. Faction rallies, you can earn coins anywhere and still level up. With this, you only have 1 fucking Crucible match. And I got a better suggestion for how you do that. You make the whole Crucible Iron Banner-esque. You want to know how that fucking works? You put 2 coins if you lose, 5 if you win in any other matches. You go into Iron Banner, you get 5 if you lose, and 10 if you win. Now that's an incentive. I don't care to play anywhere else at that point. Wait, do they have fucking mayhem? Cat, stop. fucking Mayhem. That's the best. Rumble, shit, they took out Mayhem. If you had Mayhem, I wouldn't care. Because you can't get angry in Mayhem. The only thing you can get angry about is people taking away your super all the time. That's just because of how they set up the supers. I'm not going to get into that. There's so many games that do this shit better. And I've seen them. This game is a fucking abomination. It's disgusting. I could go into Destiny 1, go to Mars, and there's fucking missions set up here. And guess what? Those missions are now due to Ikora. And then you got these little mini missions. No, this doesn't excuse it. I went to Destiny 1 and had more fun having nostalgia than playing this fucking game for an hour. This game is unacceptable. Not only that, if you pay attention, they've changed nothing in the fucking menu. In this screen here. They've changed nothing. If you go into Destiny 1, half of this shit is right where the other shit is. The moon is literally within this general vicinity. Venus is right here. I think this is fucking... Oh god, what is it? The Reef. The Reef is right here. Then you've got Vanguard and not Iron Banner, Crucible right here. I'm sorry, but this is such a fucking carbon copy game. If you don't want to listen to an angry rant, the only thing I'm going to ask you is please put this in the Destiny communities. That's all that'll ask. This game takes too much from other games and then doesn't even improve upon it. They just fucking make it. It's like McDonald's. Do you think they care what they put in their sandwich as long as you pay for it? This game is disgusting. The more I play it, sometimes the more angry I get. And guess what? When I play this game sometimes, I get a fucking headache. But the only reason I'm still here anymore is not because of the story or the fact that the gameplay is interesting. It's because I have friends that play this game. Warframe is better. Warframe improves upon what this game makes. And guess what? Warframe is a fucking free-to-play game where you can do anything you want, almost. The only exceptions is that it's not an open world game all the time. There's only, like, I think one planet that has open world. But that's still better than this game. The loot in Warframe is exciting. What was that? The loot... No, I said that. The Warframes are diverse. The abilities are interesting. The maps are always different. I think I've only come across the same map maybe once or twice. And that may just be because I don't play it a lot. But that doesn't excuse the fact that this game makes the same fucking mistakes over and over again. It's never been an excuse. Just some people like to tell me that this game is still better than other games. Well, yeah, it can be. If you go to fucking Steam and you go look for bad games. This game is an unacceptable clone. I miss the days in Destiny where a legendary was the hardest thing to come by. because I had something to work towards. It was fun. Because even though Master Rahul was an asshole, it was still difficult to get things done, which made the game fun to play with friends. Instead, they're going to the Call of Duty mentality, let's make it brain dead for everyone. And that's pretty fucking easy to see, too. Because by now, in Destiny, yeah, I had my legendaries, but I worked my ass off for them. I just didn't pick them up and say, yeah, this looks cool, and put it on. I fucking thought about it. Because if I deleted it, there was a chance I'd never get it again. In this game, I get it every second. Because there's even lesser armor choices. They need to bring back Vault of Glass. They need to bring back Crota. They need to bring back all that shit because it was fun, interesting, and it took a while to get things. You go play Callus or any of that shit, it still doesn't take that long to get armor and gear. You want to know why? Because they watered it down. Not only that, the raids are absolutely outrageous. Vault of Glass was fun because there are several different ways to do it, but only one way to finish it. Now you go into Callus and there's only one way to finish everything. And only one way to do it. Vault of Glass was unique and intuitive. Callus is, let me explain for an hour how this works. There has to be more thought put into this game. And Dark, if you're still watching this, please send this to fucking Twitter on the Bungie shit. Because this shit has become unacceptable. Not just by me, but most of the community. The only way this is acceptable anymore is if you have friends that play and you're like, I don't want to leave my friends behind because they're awesome and all that. I think that to a degree, maybe. But I'm not going to pre-order it because I'm not going to give in to their fucking, we're going to make a quality game here soon. Come on, just stay with us. I would rather dip my balls in boiling oil at this point. Because that would be more enjoyable. Because, Dark, you weren't here for the first part of it. I played 4 Iron Banner matches. Lost every single one of them because a sweaty team came in and annihilated us. Not only that, but I had people on my team leave. Which, guess what? There's no real penalty for. And over games like Overwatch, where the game is actually pretty good in multiplayer, because that's all it is, all they had to do was take if you leave the game, you get a punishment. And I was thinking a day would be reasonable. You do it again, it's 2 days. You do it again, 3 days. Keeps escalating until you can't get on for an entire year. That would be reasonable. Because I'm tired of people worrying about their stupid KD. I'm sorry if people worry about it. But it's not an excuse to quit a game to make everyone else lose. To make yourself feel better. Because that's all it is. Is you realize that you're not going to win, so you're just like, fuck it, I'm done. And by the way, look at the bottom left-hand corner about how many people get legendaries. Back in D1, when somebody got a legendary, you were like, God damn that bastard. Now in D1, it's just like, yeah, okay. I want this game to be better than D1, but it hasn't taken the necessary steps. It's the same fucking formula. Dark, you want to know what's going to happen in Forsaken? It's going to be the same idea with the raid as King's Fall. It's not even going to change. It's going to be the same garbage from D1. That all they did is come out with 2 DLCs that if you pre-order, you got them. Guess what? That fucking pre-order doesn't even cover the whole game, and then you still have to pay $40 for the new one. And it counts as a new game, technically. Now that would be funny. That would be funny. I agree with that. Every time you leave a game, your KD gets cut in half. Good for you. I mean that. I really do, man. My problem is that there's no other good games that I want to play. I've got a bunch of good games, but I don't feel like playing them right now. The problem is that I thought I'd go on, get the Iron Banner stuff. No. I got hit in the face with like 10 sweaties not 10 sweaties. No, maybe about 10 sweaties if I'm considering the people on my team who left. So, it's driving me nuts, because it's not okay to be doing this in a game. And I'm just standing here in the tower talking, but I think it needs to happen. I am almost permanently done with this game. Because they don't want to take a step up. In all honesty, I loved going back to the tower. And right there it is. That was fun. I enjoyed going back to D1. Because not only did I have a lot of fun on D1, I'm pretty sure you can still complete some of the records from D1. Like the record books and stuff. The game in D1, oh my god, I love it. And it's not just because of the DLC. It's the nostalgia of going back to a game that had set story missions that you could just go to whenever you wanted to because you liked them. Dumb cat. It had interesting strikes that none of them were copied, because I don't know where Bungie got the idea that was okay. The raids are fucking fantastic, all except for one, and that's personal opinion. There's like there's like 7 other reasons I just gotta think of them. The weapons were fucking unique. In this game, there's nothing unique about these. Nothing. A lot of the weapons that were the best came from the raids. Legend of Acreus is cool, but I don't like playing with it all the time. Because it's not that unique of a gun. Because in all honesty, I know other guns that can outperform it in specific areas that do pretty much the same damage output. Just not with one shell. Cat! You're not going out in the garage, you're not going outside, so shut up. Cat? I'm gonna kill that cat. Stop. You do not get what you want because you meow all the time. Okay. Okay. So I'm pretty much done with this rant. But I cannot stand this crap anymore. EA is being forced into a corner. You want to know the only reason Activision and Bungie haven't been forced into a corner yet? It's because people keep buying their game and still keep saying that's a good game. The only reason this game might survive is because Bungie pulls their head out of their ass. And the only reason people keep playing this game is because it's enough like Call of Duty to keep them interested. It's like shotguns and quickscoping. It's like the principle of shotguns and quickscoping. Because shotguns don't take a lot of fucking effort to kill. That's bullshit. I have to close a distance between somebody. A sniper can just sit behind in a back and aim at somebody and take off their head. Not only that, there's been snipers known to just body shot in this game. One body shot, and that's all it takes. This game has no originality in it. Here's 1, 2. Oh! Are they nerfing it? Are they nerfing the Whisper? Because the Whisper, personally, I've got a quick headshot with it, and I'm going to get this straight. I'm a decent player. I'm no quick-scoping god. But if I can quick-scope, that doesn't make it a skill anymore if everybody can do it. A skill is something you hone. And you can just keep producing and keep going with it. And you become better and better as you go. Snipers, you don't get better at them. You get to a certain point and then you're just good. Because the only reason people like snipers is because they're a one hit at any range. Any range. That's how the whole quick scoping 360 no scopes got started. Is because you could one hit somebody at any range. Now, shotguns actually take skill. Well, I'm being nice to the kitty. I just had to teach him that he's not getting out. Give him a quick tap on the head and he stopped. Anyways. Where was I? Ah, yes. The whole principle with shotguns, the only reason people say that they take no skill is because you can hide around a corner. Sorry to say, can't you do the same thing with a sniper and just headshot them? Snipers are physically better than shotguns. Because you can hit anyone at any point. And here's the real catcher. What does everybody want for a sniper? A low zoom scope. The reality that everybody wants a low zoom scope means that they're looking for a weapon that one hits without them zooming way past them. If you want to talk about a gun that needs skill, you got to find one with a high zoom and you got to learn how to use it. That takes skill. Everybody wants this low zoom shit. Real shotguns that take skill are the ones that don't one hit you immediately and don't have a fast fire rate. Skill is subjective. It's like normal. The idea of normal. It doesn't exist. Like I said, by the way, look at the legendaries again. Right there. Found whatever solar damage mod. And it's legendary. Whatever. Just, anyways, the whole point is that this game cannot survive much longer. Especially when pretty much almost a year from now, because time's pretty much gone pretty fast, and I've talked about this game a lot. I even made got my friends to get annoyed at me every time I mention it. Anthem. Anthem will run this game into the ground. And it will no longer exist. Anthem may not have a multiplayer, but that eliminates the toxic nature of a game. Because this game, the only reason it's got so much toxicity in it is because of the Crucible. I'm not one to sit here and tell you that multiplayer games are bad, but most of the toxic nature comes from playing with other people, because the reality is everybody likes to think that it's not their fault they're doing something wrong. It's the other person's fault. And some of that stems from, it's like road rage. You don't know what's going on in that other car. So what we do is we immediately assume that everybody's as good as us at that game. Not at that game, at driving a car. And then that same principle applies to games. Because a game is literally just a highway. But I have to stop. I am going to physically take my game out back and run it through the lawnmower, because this shit is becoming so outrageous that I would rather play a horrible indie game. And when I say indie game, I'm talking about going on Steam, downloading the worst game possible and playing it for an hour. That would be better than playing this. This game has no diversity. Absolutely none. The only people who actually have diversity is people like me, who literally mix maybe 3 armor sets together. Because that's what I had to do with my Titan to make him look good. And then not only that, I've got other armor that makes it look good too. But anyway, the point is that this game has no diversity. Master Rahul is now easier because everybody was just angry at it. Tess Eververse runs the game. That's not a joke. You know that Iron Banner emblem that everybody was so angry about? Well, it's back. Behind a paywall. Anybody seeing the pattern? How greedy this is? I maybe bought 2 of these engrams. And that's just because I had some silver on me from a past thing that I did. This shit is outrageous. The Solstice event. It's not bad. Really isn't. The only part that I don't like is, I don't know, maybe the fact that you're forced to do every single one of these things if you want masterwork. This is not okay. I'm serious. Okay, boss is defeated, that's not hard. I completed that because I had to reach legendary. That's technically not okay for me, because I don't want to play Crucible. You have to complete the Prestige Leviathan. You have to do 5 strikes with a clanmate. That's assuming that you have clanmates. Bonus threshold met on Nightfall, meaning you have to get more points for fucking Nightfall than the threshold. That's not okay. Because all of these require you to be the best you can be at this game. And guess what? Most people aren't that good at the game. You're appealing to the 1%ers that play this game. You're not appealing to the people who just want to play it. And that's fucking obvious every time. I don't even care about completing the Solstice gear. I don't care about completing a damn thing on this game now. Because not only do I have a game that's better, I can play it for hours, get angry, and still love it. And it's called Enter the Gungeon. What other games do I have? I have Doom, which literally their multiplayer is only a tacked on thing that isn't that amazing. And I platinumed it. I have Dishonored, the original for PS3. I've got the original Destiny. I've got Gears of War. I've got Halo. I've got Halo Reach. I've got Fallout. I've got Prey, Resident Evil, Overwatch, Titanfall, Dishonored 2, Dark Souls 3, XCOM 2, Call of Duty Ghost, and Fear 3. The only reason those games are on my shelves is because I fell in love with them. And they were good. Yeah, everybody can say whatever they want about Call of Duty Ghost, by the way. It was good. It was good. The only thing people didn't like is the multiplayer, and that's no excuse to cut off a series. But that's not even half of my games. I've got Metro. I've got one other game I can't see right now. I've got Space Marines. I've got Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, which I can't sell because it's absolutely worthless. Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Killzone 3. I've got another Titanfall 2 for some reason. But these are all the games I have on my shelf. And those are all masterpieces. Well, maybe some of them aren't, but they're all great games that you have play value in, that are interesting. If I go into my PlayStation and show you if I could, those games are also masterpieces. I got rid of Warframe because, my God, it's too much for me to handle. Like, I'll download it every once in a while and play it, but man, that is a lot to handle. Not saying it's a bad game. I can't handle that all that. Anyways, the point is that this game has so many games that outplay it, like outdo it entirely. But nobody wants to admit that they're playing a game that they got scammed on. I'm going to not pre-order Forsaken. I'm going to give it a little bit. Then what I'm going to do is go buy it so I have something to do until Anthem comes. When Anthem comes, I might delete this game. Because I want you to think about this. Anthem is the combination of this game and, oh God, what is it? Anthem is the combination of Destiny 2, Division. Forgot about that. Let's see, I know there's one more. Damn it, I can't think of it. Division and... Fuck. Now, I can even explain... Oh. No, I do not have Anthem. But the reality is, that game has been shown off better than this game even was in the first place. I was so excited for Destiny 2 because I figured it was going to be a great ride. It was going to be like Destiny 1, but better. But Anthem is a game that EA doesn't have a choice on now. Rodney can say whatever he wants on that. If you don't know who Rodney is, go look at some of my other stuff. He doesn't understand. EA is under intense pressure. EA has to make a good game that'll make them money. DLC in Anthem is free. There's no paying after the initial game. Yeah, they might add in transactions later. But the reality is that it's not starting with it. If they get too invasive, believe me, EA will feel the pressure. Because not only will I be rallying against them, Angry Joe, the community, everyone knows EA's slippery, slippery fingers. So, I'm done. That's the point of this whole video, and it's almost gone on for an hour. Anthem is a disgusting game. Not Anthem. Destiny is a disgusting game. And I can't stand playing it anymore. Especially since this is important. In D1, you felt the grind for exotics. I have every single exotic. If anything, I'm barely missing any of them. And yeah, if there's more than 19 Titan exotics, I don't care. Because there's not enough story for me to be interested anymore. Because they've decided to kind of say fuck the story a little bit in this game. Because going back and doing partly new but old missions, yeah, that's kind of cool. But nothing beats going back to D1 and playing through the missions that I loved. And by the way, Anthem is a more open world game than this. You know how I have to go to a planet? Anthem only takes place on Earth for right now, but Anthem lets you roam 5 times what this is. This game lost every bounce in its step that it could have. Because Activision and Bungie didn't think about it. It's a money machine. It's all it is. And I actually feel sad for this game. A little bit. Because it had a potential, just like all fuck-up games, had a potential to do something. But nothing happened. Anyways, that's my rant. I don't care if you like or subscribe on this video. I just want you to share it. I want it to go everywhere. Because this isn't about me playing a game now. This is about me criticizing it. Because Planet Destiny admits that this game is not good. But they may not share the same views I do. Because I think a little bit differently in that matter. But please share this video with anyone, because they might find it funny that I got angry right off the bat with this game. In this live stream or episode, whatever you want to call it. It just needs to be known that this game is going to die if they're not careful. I might get Forsaken. But I'm not going to hold my breath for a game that they're changing all over again. So how many times have they changed mechanics in this game? From D1 to D2. It means that they're never getting anything right, technically. Because if they're always changing it, then they're just pissing off the community that likes it. Anyways. Thank you for watching my bullshit, and peace out.